Hey Stacy, this is Brandy, and I'm getting ready to put some more henna on my hair, and I'm getting ready to mix everything up. So let me just tilt you down. Alright, this is my bag of henna, and this is what it came in, and this is the henna that we talked about. This is from Henna for Hair. I really like using them. They're really good quality stuff. It's what I've been dyeing my hair with for the last year. It's not gross. It smells like hay, but I would rather it smell like hay than ass. So, and here's my baggie, and it really is green. It's a pea green, and it's a very powdery consistency. I kind of like talcum powder. So I'm gonna tilt you back down. So, and I can't see now. So, there we go. Here's my bowl. And I'm not measuring this because I think it's probably going to take all of this. I'm going to be dyeing my roots. I got a big head. And just putting a bunch in. Sorry, I'm holding my camera on to the to a thing that I've got, so it's very technical holding the camera on a thing. But I've got a I've got a stand that my camera arm is on. And really scientific, I do have measuring things inside the bowl, which is why I'm mixing these about. I usually I don't know if this is milliliters or whatever. I get up to about 100. And it's about time for me to get some more. The thing I like about this stuff, it tells you where it comes from. It tells you what batch it is. This is 100% Losima intermaris. That just means the stuff that makes the henna dye your hair, the lowstone. What content that is. Alright, this is very technical. It's lemonade without the sugar. Yes, lemonade. Dyeing your hair is a lot like dyeing wool. You need an acid. My acid is citric acid. El Cheapo. Just plain old citric acid from lemonade mix for Kool-Aid. Will this change the dye content of what I'm going to see? No. Actually, I mix a few things in here. I mix usually citric acid, water. This is actually filtered water. Most of the time I just use tap. But our tap is busy. But right now, we're doing dishes. So, I'll also use raspberry tea. I just use a raspberry tea because I like how it smells. And it makes the smell a little less. Rather my hair smell like raspberries. Probably tomorrow I will add the citric acid for the boost. Sorry, I'll add the apple cider vinegar for a boost. but this stuff has to age overnight, so it has to sit for about 24 hours. This is henna. This is the way henna works. You gotta let the dye cure, or oxidate. That's the word. So, hey, on to mixing. Am I scientific with how much water I put in this? Or how much lemonade? No. There's no sugar in here, by the way. I do it until it's of a certain consistency. And the consistency being that of sort of soupy kind of clay. Kind of like well-mixed clay. And not like super watery. And as I'm mixing, you can see how quickly this stuff sucks up. And I know, super exciting watching me mix. It comes out to be like a really strange pudding. And the idea is to mix up your pudding without getting it all over everywhere. Right now, the goal is to get everything mixed, wet, and get out most of the lumps. Notice that it's kind of icky and weird. And I'm looking over because I usually have the vinegar in here. I know, I'm weird. You said you had gotten the henna from Lush. I haven't used that, so I don't know how it's going to react. I have heard from people that you just have to mix it with hot water because their henna actually has what you call it? It has coconut oil in it. I have mixed a little bit of coconut oil in with this before, but that was very much right before I was going to dye or throw it on my hair. I'm not sure if the Lush product needs to hang out overnight and just get ready and be oxidized like this stuff does. Because this stuff does. It works so much better if you let it hang out overnight. And this will come out the red color that you've seen in my hair. The reason why most of my hair, which needs to be brushed, is so dark right now is I put indigo in it over the winter. And the more often and the more times that you dye your hair, the darker it gets eventually. The henna builds up in your hair and it covers and it gets into the cuticle of your hair shaft and it'll eventually make your hair itself thicker, and it just builds up. It'll make your color becomes darker and darker and darker, which is what I was looking for. I do not want light colored hair. Well, I have used other hennas that scared the crap out of me because after I got them on, my hair was kind of a weird orangey color, and that I need my hair dark like my soul. Probably before Ren Fair, I'm going to dab on my eyebrows. I'm going to dye my eyebrows indigo. Indigo's utterly different from henna. When you dye with indigo, you use it right away. So if I was going to add indigo to this mix to make it a dark mix, I would mix this up, get this mixed and ready to go, and let it set out, do its 24-hour thing, and then right before I get ready and dye my hair, I would mix up the henna mix, and the henna mix, the indigo mix. I'm dumb. I would mix up the indigo mix, and then the indigo mix, you just use filtered water. You don't add anything to it because it's a different type of dye. Again, this is a lot like dyeing sheep. So if you can put dye on fiber, you can put dye on your hair. Now, it's not entirely mixed yet. It's going to take me about 15-20 minutes of mixing. I don't feel like talking to you for that long. And I want to go back to watching the movie I was watching. So, I'm going to leave you, hop back, talk to you tomorrow so you can see pictures. Bye.